Hey again, this video is for IV infusion rate, so determining how much fluid a patient is receiving over a certain amount of time and being able to calculate milliliters per hour so we can type it in accurately to that pump that we are setting for their IV. So let's get started. All right, we're going to grab our first problem. The doctor orders 300 milliliters of NS over 6 hours. What is the hourly rate? So when we're looking for the hourly rate, in this case, we're looking for milliliters per hour. So we're going to set up our problem using dimensional analysis. That's when we start layering things as we read them in the problem, as we know conversion factors. So we've got 300 milliliters of NS over 6 hours. So we're giving 300 over 6 hours, and our problem's already in milliliters over hours, and that is where we want to end up over here. So we just have to divide. So we type in our calculator, because we always use a calculator, and we have 50 milliliters over an hour. So pretty straightforward, pretty simple. We are just dividing here because everything was given to us in the format that we needed. All right, we got our second problem here. The MD orders 2 liters of D5W half NS to infuse over 48 hours. So what is the hourly rate? We're still looking for milliliters over hours. So we're going to write it all down according to what we know. So he's ordered 2 liters over 48 hours. So right now we're in liters over hours, but we need to get to milliliters over hours. So we're going to set it up with dimensional analysis. We know that we're going to multiply by something to give us milliliters. Well, if we put a liter on the bottom, we can cancel this liter, and 1 liter has 1,000 milliliters. That is something that we should commit to memory so that we can always be able to do these problems. So we are able to cross out the liters. We have milliliters over hours. It's just what we're looking for, and we're ready to solve. So we're going to multiply the numbers on the top. So we've got 2 times 1,000. We're going to type it into our calculator so you don't screw anything up. And we know that that is 2,000. And we are going to multiply across the bottom. So 48 times 1 is 48. And after we divide those, we type into the calculator, and we get 41.66 repeating, but we can't give 0.66 of a milliliter in an hour, so we're going to be rounding up. It's greater than 5. This number here is greater than 5, so we're going to have 42 milliliters an hour. There you go. We've got one last practice problem. This one is just trying to throw us off, so we are going to prove it wrong. MD orders 0.8 liters of NS over 45 minutes. What is the hourly rate? Well, we know we're still trying to work for milliliters per hour, but we're seeing this is less than 1 whole liter, and this is 45 minutes. So we've got some converting to go down. So we're going to start with our 0.8 liters over 45 minutes. Well, we know we're in liters per minute, so we need to get to milliliters per hour. We know the conversion rates to get minutes into hours, right? So we're going to multiply it. We're going to put our minutes on the top. There are 60 minutes in 1 hour. So we've got hours on the bottom. We're doing great. We're on the right track. We're going to have another conversion factors to get milliliters instead of liters. So we have to put liters on the bottom. In 1 liter, there's 1,000 milliliters. So now, if we've done this correctly, our minutes should cross out. Nice. And our liters should cross out, which leaves us with milliliters per hour. And now we're ready to solve. We know that we have the right denominator and the right numerator, and now we're going to multiply right across the top. So in our calculator, we're going to put in 0.8 times 60 times 1,000, and we're going to end up with 48,000. All right, and now we're going to put it over whatever the bottom is. It's 45 times 1 times 1, which is 45. And when we divide these in a calculator, we are going to come up with 1,066. And we know what our rate is. It's milliliters per hour. So this is what we would set the pump to if we had to set a pump to make sure the patient received almost a full liter in 45 minutes. And is it logical? It makes sense. It's going pretty fast because that's a large amount of fluid in 45 minutes.